Right? Well, I come down this hallway, and I've got to deal with two doors, and both of them are closed. Which door do we take first?
Whichever one the point man decides.
Doesn't make a shit. Pick one, right?
Yeah.
Pick one, deal with it, then we deal with the other one. If you come down the hallway and one door is open and one's closed, which one you take first?
Open.
The open door. If you come down the hallway and they're both open, what do?
Flip. Flash.
Depends on how many people you got, right?
Yeah.
But the whole object of this is having your head up to be able to see and look and actually see, not just look, but see, read it, process that information. He'll tell you as an instructor out there are tons of people who can shoot the eyes out of a piece of paper at 50 yards on end. We can teach an operator to shoot. I can't teach a shooter to operate. There are guys that can sit there and put a hole this big in a piece of paper out on the range, and you bring them in this house and they fall apart like a cheap suit. There are guys that are fairly good on the range that can actually think and operate, combat shooters that can come in here and destroy everything in this house. Does it make sense? You have to be able, it's a thinking man's game. You've got to use that 6 inches between your ears before you do anything else. So if I'm the point man and I'm coming down this hallway and I see two open doors, I am going to slow this down until I get a look into this 45 as deep as I can see into that corner. That door is halfway open and I can't see it, but there's a crack. I'm looking through that crack. What do I see? All right? I'm going to cheat over here, and I'm going to buy it without exposing anything to here. I'm going to buy as much as I can see into that room. If there's a bad guy, boom, I'm going to engage him from here. Once I get that done, I'm going to buy as much as I can into this room, and then I'm going to have to pick a room and go. But I have cleared as much of the corner and as much of these two rooms as I can. You know what I mean? I can, just from right here, I can clear to his shoulder over there. You know what I mean? I can see right there. So when I come through this room, there's not a guy standing there shooting straight across. Mm-hmm. I can get right here and see to almost to halfway through that yellow board right there.
Gotcha.
Before you start. There's a time to slow down, but it's just smooth. Like they told us years ago, think about this house being on a 1-inch grade from one end to the other. And you set a garden hose at the front door, and that garden hose fills that first room full of water, comes out, it comes down the hall, it goes into the first open door, and it fills it up, it comes out, and it starts filling this, and you got to flow through this house just about the same way. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Yes, sir.
And you got to deal with each thing as you get to it. Now, if you're the rear guy, and this door is closed, and that's what he was talking about, I'm not stopping as soon as they hit that door. As soon as they go through that door and that second guy gets, I'm coming right here, boom.
Right.
It's not let them get in and then move across. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Because if you do, if they make noise in here or they engage somebody and now the rounds start coming through here, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? They can't.
Yeah.
Especially if they start shooting here, they got to take fire, come across here. Now, you can't do it, help them down the hallway because you're trying to shoot it's a 4-foot down hallway.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask a question. Since we're operating 5-man fire teams, okay, would it be beneficial if we come across two doors like this, that the first two guys, if they're shut, that the first two guys go that way, first two guys go this one, and the fifth guy just stands here and does the
Moves it over the hallway.
Would that be
well,
okay?
when they get through this room, they got to come out, right?
Right.
And they got to have somebody to take them down this hallway. So as soon as they both dump, you're still stepping across.
Right.
They're going to clear the room, and when they come back out, they know you've already bought this hallway. They ain't got to come out here and come in front of you.
Right. They communicate that they're coming. Okay. But then when they come out, then I'm now the lead guy moving down the hallway. Yeah. So it's basically leapfrogging.
Now, two trains of thought. Y'all do ERTs, emergency entry teams, right? So we might get there on a call. And the first thing I'm going to do is grab the first 5 guys or 6 guys that get there and say, I need an ERT 10 seconds from that door. Get up there and get on it. Those 5 guys or 6 guys are going to go up there and be as close as they can to that door in case the shooter starts and the active shooter shit and they gotta go in.
Right.
While everybody else is gearing up, loading up, running, whatever, if we got a layout, looking at the rooms, how they're gonna take the house, right? Boom, if we got time, then I'll send somebody else up and leave that ART because they got knowledge, working knowledge of the house. Those guys come back and they learn it. Then we all go up there, we stack up and we go through the house. Everybody's got the layout, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You may not have that. The deal is when you start dumping the point man on every iteration, eventually you're going to run out of people, and people are going to come out into the hallway and not know what doors have been taken or what rooms have been taken. When I run a small contingency of guys, I always got a hall boss. That's the way I run. I got a hall boss. So when I'm coming down here, I'm the lead guy. I got a double dump. I'll give them the double dump sign coming down if we're going stealth, or I'll tell them double dump, I need 4. That tells the guys behind me, I need 4 guys, 2 to a room. All right? I'm not going to wait. The second guy in line, if he is my point man, he tells me he needs 4 to do the next job. My job is to grab him, look, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got enough to do it, move. If I ain't got enough to do it, we're waiting for some, you know what I mean?
Right.
The 4 guys usually enough to take opposing doorway. So what I do, especially if the doors are open, I'm going to have to do this and decide what to do. Because I don't want to step across these open doors.
Exactly.
If the doors are closed and I need 4 guys, my point guy is going to take 2 steps past this door, and as he steps past this door, 4 guys are flooding the room. Right. And I'm holding this, and they get through, they come back out, they give me a tap, and I see what I'm reading here. What do I need here? Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm telling them that as I go down this hallway, I'm running this whole show down the hallway because I don't have, if you got 2 guys that dump in here, and 2 guys that dump in there, they got something to deal with when they get tied up in that room. These 2 guys come out and you go. The next 2 guys go jump into this room and they get tied up, and pretty soon one guy comes out, when you shoot somebody you got to stay with him, and he comes out, now you 2 jump in. There's nobody in this hallway. The first 2 guys get through, they come out, they're running down the hallway trying to see who's in a room and who ain't and all the rest of that shit. I know I'm going down to my point man because everything that he passed behind him would have been done. Yeah. So it depends. There's pros and cons. Everything you gain, you lose something. That's just as simple as it is.
Let's run another one on this room again.
Okay.
And this time the trail man crosses over to this position.
Crosses the
threshold into the hallway.
Okay, I'll do that again.
Boom.
Boom.
You really dig that corner?
Get across a little faster.
All right. One shot, you can go check your shit. You know what I mean? Don't get locked up with him, because once he makes a shot, he's coming back. You got another guy coming in. If you have all this while you do your shit over here. Even looking in there, there's really nothing to see. People hide in weird fucking places and people can get small.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to come back and dig this shit out. I got to deep clear everything that you can deep clear. You know what I mean? So while you're doing this, they still got the other room. Don't get sucked in.
Close the door.
You got to sit back over there.
Next.
Keep your gun up, man.
Remember to be fast and hold this door coming through. All the way. So at least you can at least see that wall, right? You were like,
That's as you go around.
you're like, well, maybe open the door. Not.
I'll tell you, if you get through the door, if you can get through the door, you have done a fucking day's work into a room.
Yeah, on that note, Evan, last year, the teams that kicked butt at Beta Giant were the teams that moved 100 miles an hour and trust each other. I was defending on one of these, a terrorist in the dam,
Yeah.
where they had come. They were in that room so fast before I could even fire 2 rounds. So yeah, you gotta move fast.
You want to cover opposing room? Or
I mean,
up the teams, the fly, and
yeah, that would be good practice.
if we want to work on this room and where they cover and do the search with multiple people inside the room. We do that first before they start moving on to another section.
Yeah, we got 7 guys.
We'll go with same man, same teams, and we'll push people into the room and clear this room. It's pretty good, center fed.
Actually, I want to switch to these guys' team to help them out some. If that's all right.
You can switch up whatever teams you want, but 4 and 3, and back down the hall. And hold on until I give you the word.
I'll take the rear, because if I'm gonna breach rooms with y'all as a platoon leader, I'm probably gonna be taking the rear anyway.
What we doing? You think we all going in one room or?
Yeah, it's the same 4.
No, he's over there.
Oh, he's over there? Oh, so we're
Huh?
doing 3 games in the house?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Thanks for doing this for us. He's the man that set it up for us right there.
Appreciate that, man.
See you later, Carl. I see you. Nothing, ain't it? We're about to be slaughtered.
Don't think like that, man. Be positive. You gotta be aggressive and positive when it comes to CQB.
Remember, through the door, run the wall, or clear the corner, run the wall, and obviously head up, and any other danger areas that hold you up from going down the wall, or if anything is in your way, and you have to look over it, behind it, whatever the case may be, you need to clear that corner before accepting the other thing. The fact that there's other additional people in the room, where's the 2 part their ways and run the corners, where's the 3rd man going? For the 4-man team.
Yeah.
You can go left or
You're
right.
gonna check the center, right? You're
Right.
going to center danger
Yeah, I'm
area.
watching it all.
And out of the fatal funnel, remember, step off, at least
Well-
get in the room, off the fatal funnel.
Does it matter if he goes left or right, 3rd man? Does not? What are you looking for?
You've got to get in the room, and the first man may be blocked to getting a foot inside the room, so, he's challenged to go 2 feet or 7 feet.
So we're running 3-man team. You want all of us in the room instead of having a hall watch?
Yeah, we'll go with that and say that there's a 4th man covering the hall.